What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode number 55 of Park to Prem here with Nottingham Forest. Today we've got a couple of huge games in what I'm going to dub a Manchester sandwich. Yes, since you were last here, we've played a fair bit of football. In fact, it's the middle of January, and there's not a lot going on in the transfer market. I feel like I'm in this weird place of just contentness, where I don't feel I need to go out and spend money unnecessarily. Mostly thanks to this chap here, who, I'm going to be honest, when we signed him for £102 million, I wasn't entirely sure how a centre midfielder could justify that cost. He's been doing a pretty good job of it. He has been absolutely top drawer for us since he joined us from Chelsea, and he has definitely weakened Chelsea in not being present for them. He's also, compared to previous seasons at Chelsea, he looks like he's going to have his best ever season. It's easy to forget as well with Largo. He's only 24. What a bright future this man has in front of him. Anyway, since you were last here, we've played a fair number of games. Firstly, we concluded the Champions League, where we did win the group. We did a very, very good group stage. 6 wins out of 6, only 2 goals conceded. Can't ask for much more than that, albeit in a slightly easier group. In the Premier League as well, we've continued to go strong, and we started that off with a 5-1 win against Leeds. In this game, Erk got 4, because, of course he did. Fan favourite, one of my favourite maybe as well, and now he's dubbed world class, and he's still got arrows next to his name. Is he going to keep improving? I want to believe that he can. Anyway, the next game we had was against Man City. This was in the EFL Cup quarter-final, and it is Man City who we have in the first game of today's episode. Here in the Cup, we spanked them 4-0. Some really, really nice goals in this game as well. The majority of the work was done in the first half. Gonzalez with a couple of really, really nice finishes, finding the bottom right-hand corner on 2 occasions as he broke clean through. Largo then with his first of 2 in the game in the 24th minute. Maybe a contender for goal of the season, maybe even goal of Football Manager. Yeah, he's volleyed that in from about 25 yards out into the top corner. I feel like we need a volleying attribute added to the game just for Largo, because as you're going to see, that's not the only kind of crazy volley he has scored for us since you were last here. He did also get a goal in the second half, a tap-in by comparison, but 4-0 it finished there. We then had a couple of really good wins against Watford and Norwich, 5-1 and 1-0. The game against Norwich was a bit weird. They actually had a goal disallowed in the very last minute, but a fully rotated 11, they did the business for us, and then the same rotated 11 went to Southend and beat them in the FA Cup 4-1, kind of living up to expectations, I suppose, when you take on a lower league team. The next game we had was against Manchester United in the EFL Cup semi-final. Today's episode's second match is going to be the follow-up game of this one. It is all even as we go to Old Trafford. A bit of a task ahead of us. In this game here, it finished 1-1. Largo scored for us after they scored through Jibbedy Jean. I can't read. That it's an interesting name for Jibbedy Dean. It was a good goal for him. Largo's, though, a little bit better on the volley into the top bins. Just looking at Jean here. It's definitely Jean, isn't it? Because he's French. He's 22. They signed him for 128 million. He's okay, but he's no Largo. He's no Largo, put it that way. But yes, 1-1 against United. Not ideal. But since then, we have gone strong in the league. Wins against West Ham, Southampton and Brighton. Clean sheets in all of these. Gonzalez scoring a fair few goals, as has been the way it feels like forever now. 18 goals in 19 for him. And while today's game against Man City is not only a chance to continue our incredible winning run in the Premier League, it's a chance for us to beat a Premier League record, everyone, because the Premier League record for most wins in a row is 18. We have 18 wins as things stand right now. If we beat Man City, we will go into the record books. And this season, I don't really know how to put this season into words. We were predicted by the media to finish 5th to start things. Even now, apparently we're 4th favourites. These odds are a load of rubbish, aren't they? Chelsea apparently still favourites to finish 1st, despite being almost 20 points behind us. But no, we've had this crazy season, and I don't really know what to put it down to. I feel like it's been a bit of a perfect storm. We've not had too many injuries. We've rotated the team fairly well. Players have kind of performed to their maximum level. But I feel like we just kind of have to embrace it. I feel like just how dominant we've been in the league has even caught me out. You can see in the Champions League first knockout round, we've been drawn against Real Madrid. One of the few teams that I would have told you I really didn't want to play. They, of course, knocked us out of the Champions League a couple of years ago now. A chance for us to maybe get some revenge in the not-so-distant future, but not before, hopefully, we extend our winning run at the top. Today's game against Man City is not a gimme by any means, but of course we can... I was about to say, we can afford to slip up. I don't want to slip up. If we did slip up, it could be worse, right? We are so far clear at the top of the table. I am a little bit surprised myself with how well things have been going in the league, to the point where, as you can tell, I'm clearly just lost for words. It's been just remarkable, really, how good we've been. You can see here, Paulo Silva is injured at the moment at centre-back. Of course, he would normally be on the bench. Means a chance for Huttinen to come into the team and show us what he is made of. Also, Ramirez still starting. I feel like every episode I just have to remind you, yeah, Ramirez, he's still here, he's still starting, he's still doing his thing. The rest of the team looking very, very solid as well. Poyana for today's game has been dropped like a stone. And, we are going to play Boyer out on the right-hand side. The Frenchman, he's been playing pretty well in the second string 11 when we've been rotating it around. I'm going to give him the vote of confidence today. Hope that he can do it for us. But this is going to be a tough game. Away from home against Man City is never an easy one in Football Manager. And whilst Man City have been a little bit disappointing this year, I'm sure they are relishing the opportunity to deny us a record 19 wins in a row. But yes, 2 trips to Manchester in this episode, this game against Man City, and then that second leg of the EFL Cup. Let's hope we can start things off with a winning way. And, as of late, we've been very consistently winning 2-0, it feels like, in live comms. So I will happily take 2-0 again here. As well, Sampaio has the ball in the wide area, whips it goalwards. Gonzalez under it, goes all the way to Erk. Don't shoot. Gives it to Largo. Largo just finds these pockets of space that I've never seen another central midfielder find. Maybe this wasn't the best example, because it was from a throw-in. But he just finds these spots of space just outside the 6-yard box for these kind of tap-ins. You can see here where he is, and he just peels off his man. Makes himself open, and then strokes into the bottom corner. 5 minutes gone. Largo, maybe going to get another Player of the Match award here. He's already leading the Premier League for Player of the Matches. I feel like he's been the difference maker. I've said, I don't really know how we're doing as well as we're doing, and whilst I think it would be unrealistic to expect our current form to kind of maintain itself throughout the rest of the year, whilst we keep playing as well as we're playing, and whilst we have Largo in the team scoring goals like he is from centre mid, and also assisting goals as well, that's something that really can't be underestimated. We're always going to be in with a pretty good shot, I feel like. Anyway, it's Ricky Picky to Piotra. He goes through to Largo. Ramirez now with it. On a booking the ball with a midfielder. He's going to have to be well behaved here. We've somehow gone from a throw-in outside their penalty box all the way back to the goalie, and I don't know how to feel about it, but, the football itself is nice, isn't it? Erk now with the ball down the left-hand side. Maybe try and get it onto his right foot for a cross. Gives it to Navio. First time ball in. Largo's there. It's just silly. It's that spot just outside the 6-yard box. I don't know what to say. He's bloody good, but I can't explain what he's doing right now. I cannot remember ever having a player like this. And it's like the different types of finish as well. That's a great header. Van der Voort maybe going to feel disappointed to get a hand to it and not be able to parry it over. But it's just silly. That's probably the best way of describing it. It's just silly. We're 2-0 up here at halftime. I'm very pleased. Are we about to go into the record books for the most wins in a row in a Premier League season? I'd like to do that. I say in a Premier League season. I don't think it could be across 2 seasons as well. I think it's just the record full stop. I don't actually know who has the current record for 18 wins in a row. I'm wondering if it was Liverpool, or maybe if it was Arsenal. It could have been Arsenal in there unbeaten year because they drew a lot. Maybe Man City. Either way, if it is Man City's record they're trying to defend, they're not doing a very good job. Largo could have had a hat-trick right there, folks. Ball whipped in. Gonzalez on the volley. Van der Voort heads over. No, he tips it over. It was offside. If a goalkeeper headed it over, I'd be a little bit kind of, asking questions, I suppose. Anyway, Boyer, the experiment with Boyer hasn't worked. Poyana, come on down, my friend. And I think elsewhere, we'll take off Largo. He's got a little bit of a knock. I know he wants his hat-trick, but he's our talismanic player. I cannot afford to lose him, everyone. That is the long and short of it. I just can't afford to lose him. So with that in mind, let's take him off. And I mentioned 2-0 at the start of the episode. 2-0 is a result that we get a fair bit. Is it about to happen again? It feels like it might be about to, unless we could get 3. I wouldn't mind that. What I will say is Man City have not, I don't think, had a highlight in this game. It has been one-way traffic from the off. We have bullied them into submission, it feels like. The away fans having a good little away day. I'm sure they're having a party out on the left-hand side. Not bad for a team that we inherited 7 years ago, in threat of relegation from the Championship. Anyway, Navio lumps it forward. Novo collects. This is a very long highlight. Where are we going here, Football Manager? What highlight is about to play out? Render is there. And, he hits it. I think that was Piotr with the block. Indeed it was. And, they're going more attacking now. Manchester, it's a little bit late for that. How we ended up on Lynn's profile there. I wanted to click and see if that was Pep. Is Pep still their manager? I feel like he was a few seasons ago. I don't remember checking recently. If he is, his job has got to be in danger. It was it was Pep's birthday, everyone. Oh, I'm sorry, Pep. Pep Guardiola had a birthday to remember. I feel bad now. Largo out for a few days. We can deal with that. World-class midfielder. I feel like that's an understatement. Legendary midfielder. Give him the upgrade. Either way, another clean sheet for us. Worth noting that in the Premier League, Toby has 15 clean sheets. He's missed a couple of games. 2 games he didn't play where I played Hamada, and Hamada kept clean sheets in those games. So, Toby's record made even more impressive. But if I'm not mistaken, that win there, as I'm hoping is about to be confirmed somewhere, is a Premier League record. Are we going to acknowledge the record, or are we just going to acknowledge the fact that we've just ruined Pep's birthday? Show me the record. Do we get a trophy or something? Apparently we get nothing. If I go to the Premier League screen and then history records, does it show us here? Look for Nottingham Forest to stand out, unlike all the rest. Wins, matches without losing. Matches won in a row. There you go. 19. Our team does also hold the record for matches without winning. 35. That was almost a decade ago. We weren't here at that time. Nottingham Forest kind of fans must have a pretty mixed memory of the Premier League over the last decade. But nevertheless, 19 games won in a row. That is a record. We have got Bristol City in the FA Cup. I would like to apologise to the people of Bristol City. I don't think your game is interesting enough to cover. I'm going to play a rotated 11 in this one. We're going to come back in just a moment for the game against Manchester United. Let's see if we can get a result, shall we? Okay, guys, we are back here for game number 2, taking on Manchester United, EFL Cup semi-final. Just worth noting, in the other semi-final, it is Wolverhampton Wanderers doing their thing. They currently sit 5th in the league, last season's second-place team. That said, the pack behind us is slowly but surely bunching up. Meanwhile, Manchester United did lose, actually, since we were last here. They lost to Newcastle 3-0. They got spanked at St James's Park. They have progressed in the FA Cup, which of course is also the competition we were playing in. So both teams similarly rested. We won against Bristol City 2-0. Good little result here. Adrian Smith and Ionu with the goals for us. And of course that does mean that we're fairly well rested going into today's game. Anyway, a little bit of news just off the pitch. I have started to renew player contracts. You will notice the likes of Van Dijk here, Toby as well, and a few others who have had slight increases. No, they've had huge increases in their wages, but I've kind of just decided that I need to do it. They're really good players. I want to keep hold of them. I feel like we've got the core of a team slowly forming. And whilst there is, Summers with a contract expiring next year, which I don't need to worry about because of the optional extension, there are just a handful of players who I'm still keen to extend the contracts of, really get them locked in beyond the next 2.5 years. But in the immediate term, we look pretty blooming good. In terms of transfers as well, I have made one. That is Toninho. That's probably not how you say his name. Look at that fantastic little goat strap. Is that what you call that bit of beer? I don't know. Is it goat strap? Why have I gone with goat strap? If that's not the right word, then please let me know what this facial hairstyle is. For someone as baby-faced as me, I don't get this level of creativity that Toninho has. He's 18 years old. We picked him up on a free from Vasco. His contract was expiring at the end of the year. Of course, the end of the Brazilian year, meaning he joined us at the start of January. He looks like a good option. He's a wonder kid, but temperamental personality. Truth be told, he does kind of look like one of those players that I'm going to end up selling on in a couple of years for a load of profit, having just brought him in for nothing. But he offers us a little bit of squad depth should the time come to need one such player. But anyway, besides that, not a whole lot going on. Besides one last little bit of news, Amlo, transfer listed by request. He wants out. He is not happy with his first team football. I've set an asking price of £60 million. Borussia Mönchengladbach, the only team interested, they are yet to bid close to that. And for as good as Amlo is, I just have to look beyond him. I have to look at players like Ionu, who, as you can see here, has been improving a lot. His composure is now at 19, for example. He's got a little bit of Steve Norman energy about him. So I want to give him more first team opportunities. Also, Summers, I'd like to give game time to. Amlo wants to leave. I think it's probably beneficial to everyone involved that we do find him a move in the next week or so, before the transfer window slams shut. But anyway, let's get into this. Taking on a familiar foe in Manchester United. Hopefully we can get a good result here. Just a little bit of team news. Paulo Silva still carrying his injury. Piotr injured in training. You can see here he is out for up to 3 weeks. As a result, Ramirez is going to slot in centre-back. Miguel Antonio joins us as the ball-winning midfielder. But well, regardless of those changes, I go into this game expecting a win for us. Hopefully, we're going to live up to those expectations. Going to tell the players to go out there and make a difference. They all love it. We all love it. We're all a happy family here at the moment. But it is going to be tough. Away from home, going to Old Trafford. As much as we dominated United, a couple of episodes ago, or was it yesterday? It was yesterday, wasn't it, that we took them on in the league? I think this is a slightly different proposition for us. A little bit of shuffling at the back. Obviously 1-1 after the first leg. They did well, to be fair, United, to get the draw. We were the better team in that game. I'm hoping that we can match that performance that we had against United earlier on this season in the league, where we really, really did dominate. Anyway, away goals a factor, but only, I think, for 180 minutes. If it goes to extra time, they no longer count. I think that's how it works. I should check the rules. I should know the rules, really, I feel like, as an Englishman at this point. But well, let's just hope we can do the talking on the pitch here as well. They're expecting a long throw. Navio throws it to Lind, who takes it down, brings it into the box. Erk's there, trying to find Gonzalez, ping-ponging around in the box. United living dangerously and living on the edge here, it feels like, as they work it out from the back, lump it forward. Ramirez, what a touchdown that was on his chest. Even if it was slightly unrealistic. It looked quite nice in the match engine. Don't think I've ever seen a player chest down a football that's come over their shoulder like that. Either way, Navio collects, launches it towards Gonzalez, who does well to win it in the air. Largo picks out Gonzalez a 2, bearing down on goal, and well, it's not the shot that we needed at the end of it all. That is for certain. The shot goes wide of the mark, but that was a good opportunity. You'd have to say so far in this game, it's been pretty meh as far as we're concerned. Both teams having reasonable XGs, but we're yet to find the target. And I do just feel like at this point, with it being 0-0 halfway through the second leg at half-time, just going to check the rules on my phone. Semi-final. Penalty shootout, the score's 11 after 90 minutes. I take it back. It does not look like there's away goals. Did they change the rules of the EFL Cup? I feel like they may have done, actually. Either way, going to tell the players I'm far from pleased. So no away goals to speak of. If it stood as it is, it would go to penalties, and I will tell you now, we do not have great penalty takers, so that makes me nervous. Also, Navio on a booking makes me nervous. He's not had a moment of madness in a while, has Navio. Back in his early days, known for his red card, he's been pretty good as of late, and well, Gonzalez now has it. Skips past everyone, tries to squeeze it in, it falls to Erk, and we take a lead here, somewhat against the run of play. Those 2 shots may well have been our first 2 shots on target, which is a little bit embarrassing. Regardless, Gonzalez did well here, as the game lags a little bit. Come on, Football Manager, you can progress through here. I believe in you. I wasn't particularly chuffed when he chose to shoot there, but Gulbranson just parried it down. Not great goalkeeping, in truth. Erk, alive to the threat, pounced on the ball, got it goalwards, found the back of the net. Well, we have the lead here, although it feels like it could still be very much in the balance. As United on the attack here at Old Trafford, you have to imagine they will back themselves to score at some point in this game. And while they've got Korolikov here in the wide areas, plays it inside to Jean. Erling Haaland on off the bench, inside to Alonso. who tucks it away, and that was a very nicely worked goal. I can't even really be mad about it. They knocked the ball around nicely. Toby, apparently, according to the commentator, perhaps to blame. Could he have done more at the near post? Toby, have you let me down there? Feels like a bit of a harsh assessment. Alonso left completely unmarked. The shot well placed into the bottom corner. I want to have a look at how good Haaland is. How old are you now, Haaland? You're 32 and he's still this good. I mean, that's just disgusting, isn't it? I mean, he's still blooming good. Right, Largo is really struggling. Of course, he got injured in that last game. He's not had a great day today, so I'm just going to take him out and save his legs. We'll bring in Van Dijk. Navio on a booking scares me as well, so let's bring in Matty. And then let's also just encourage the players. Can we get some smiley reactions? Look at that. They all love it. 20 minutes left to avoid this going to a penalty shootout. I am nervous. But I kind of just want to stay on the front foot. I'm going to try demanding more. It doesn't work. Demand more is broken, everyone. 5 minutes left. Nothing is happening. I'm going attacking. This could be a disaster. There's a highlight here. A goal now for either team. You'd say that would be the fixture decided as, oh my word, the cross hits the crossbar. Could we spring a counter? Could we? Skips past his man. Gonzalez is unmarked. Huge tackle. Oh my word. Who was that man with that tackle? It was Nianzou. Slid in there. Last ditch. The demand more comes out and the highlight continues. Is unmarked here. Takes it down. Van Dijk is there. On off the bench. His shot's blocked. Sampaio now with it for us and he can't score. There's 1 minute left and another highlight has begun. I can't handle this, everyone. This is not what I signed up for. Toby launching it long, trying to pick out Poyana. Cleared away, but only as far as Poyana again. Breaks through. For the match. He hits the post and it goes wide. Oh, it was the opportunity. The highlight continues. Surely not. That's got to be that, right? 30 seconds left. I think we're going to a shootout. with perhaps the best chance of the game. Unless there's another twist in the tail here. It doesn't feel likely, does it, at this point? But never say never. Van Dijk with it. For 5 seconds left. The ball's got to go forward quickly if there is more to this. There isn't. We're going to the shootout. As I said, we don't really have good penalty takers, everyone. We've got composed players. Van Dijk is apparently anxious ahead of the penalty shootout. You know what, Ramirez, I'll back you to come in. So we've got Poyana, Miguel Antonio are there, Lind, Gonzalez, yep. Sampaio, I mean, if we go down to like the 6th or 7th penalty taker, I'm going to be not particularly happy. But anyway, it's a chance. Make sure we have no regrets, lads. I'm piling on the pressure here. We're going to a shootout. Oh, I don't like this. Right, Gonzalez stepping up for us. And for all our dominance in the league, and even our dominance over United in league matches, we've not really shown that over the 2 fixtures. 2-2, Haaland stepping up, squeezes it in. For a second, I thought that was going wide of the mark, but no, it is goal-bound. 1-1 after a penalty apiece. Now on Poyana to step up. And he misses. And he misses. Well, we need them to slip up, or we need Toby to do some heroics. Can he do them for us? Not on this occasion. The ball finds the bottom corner. We are on the back foot here. We are on the ropes. Can Miguel Antonio inspire a fight back? Number 18, he steps up. He finds the bottom corner just about, in off the post. That was a little close for comfort, if I might say so myself. Gorello now with it for United. Doesn't even stop in his run-up. Just runs all the way from the halfway line. Puts his foot through it. 3 penalties apiece. The score 3-2. Lind. Pressure on him to step up and deliver. He's an English player. Of course he was going to miss his penalty. Of course he was going to miss his penalty. It was in his blood. And now United with a chance to knock us out the EFL Cup. And you know what? Whilst it's not the biggest trophy in the world, I want to win everything all at once in one season. To be denied one of the first trophies we have a real chance of winning would be disappointing. It's going to be Jean who steps up to take it. I butchered his name earlier in this episode, and now he's butchering us on the football pitch. It finishes here, 1-1 on the night, 2-2 on aggregate, but United 4-2 winners in the shootout. And for all our dominance, for all those late chances, for the woodwork hit by Irk, It was all in vain. It was all in vain. Ah, that sucks. That sucks. I mean, the good news is I don't have to worry about when the EFL Cup final would fit into our scheduling of episodes, but it's not much of a silver lining. Also, the England manager was present to watch Lind miss a penalty. Oh no. Oh no, it's a disaster. I mean, that is the first bit of red on this screen since the Barcelona Super Cup defeat, what feels like almost a lifetime ago at this point. What that does mean now is that I feel like we can firmly remain focused on the Champions League. I feel like the Premier League at this point, I don't want to say it's a formality. With 15 games left, I think we're looking like it's all and done. All kind of just done, to be honest. So with that in mind, I think tomorrow, Champions League action, everyone. Real Madrid, a dose of revenge, hopefully to be dished out. That is going to be taking place in about a month's time, the first leg. There's some games in between, but I think we'll still do it as a double header. I hope you guys are ready for it. I don't know if I am after this latest result, but I'm going to try and prepare. Going to be a tough one for us. Hopefully Piotr will be back from his injury. I feel like we lacked his influence and his leadership a little bit on the pitch today. So yeah, that is all from me today. I will see you guys again tomorrow. Have a fantastic rest of your day wherever you may be. And well, until next time, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.